All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just going to do an audio check, make sure that we've got it on here. So just one moment. Okay, perfect. We're all set. I hope that you're having a great day. I apologize for missing the broadcast yesterday. We had a lot going on. We're obviously building, designing, creating, innovating over here at Crypto List. We are building a charting tool, a charting platform where you're able to get security information as well as market and chart information. So yeah, this is a great opportunity for crypto for new users to be able to trade, enter DeFi safely. And if you're an experienced investor and trader and you know DeFi inside and out, well, this is also for you because all of the information that you would want to find, you don't have to scour the internet and social media pages and ask everybody, right? It's all in one place, nice and consolidated. So that is what we're building. So anyway, apologize for being absent yesterday, but let's go ahead and show my screen and take a look at where we were. Also, I saw the market and I was like, yeah, not much is going to be happening here. Um, all right, so you should see now, yep, you should see now my trading view chart. And you can see I have a green box up top and a red box on the bottom. And these are my two, my two thoughts, right? My bullish and my bearish thought here. So I've been thinking we're going to be downtrending for a while. It's definitely possible that we take out this low, that we go below that. But I don't think it's that likely. I think it would be more likely that we hit this red box. Let me zoom in here. That we hit this red box and move up. Um, we're right at this point of support, but I don't think it's going to hold. So you can see, look, all right, let's move this. So you can see this center line, and let me zoom out just so we know what are we looking at. Why do we even have this line here? Okay, this is a channel. I'm on the 1 hour chart. Let me go to the day chart. Okay, and I'm even going to hide these lines. Let's see. Let's hide that. Let's hide that. Let's get rid of that. All right, perfect. And we can just keep hiding stuff. How about we hide that and we'll hide that. Don't even know what it is. All right. So we've got those two things and we got our parallel channel. Perfect. Beautiful. That's all we need. That is it. Switch over. So from this point to this point, now I have it because if I switch to log, it was supposed, oh, because I'm not in log. There we go. If I switch to log, we have this channel and it actually hits, right? So that's why it's here. If you look here, we don't quite get that. But anyways, I'm leaving this kind of here because for the most part, it's doing a pretty good job holding it. But yeah, I'm gonna put that back to where it was. Oop. And we're gonna be looking at this, son of a gun, be looking at this on log. So if we look at it on log, then coming down here, let's go to the 1 hour. It kind of makes sense that we might hit here, right? So yeah, that's a possibility. I think that it is. I mean, we're kind of, could you count this as an Elliott wave thing? Maybe. It's not very clean. It's not, but you could do like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sure. Sure, why not? Then what would we be here? It would be like I don't know. Like a 0 A B C. I don't know. Not sure exactly. So possibly that I don't like that at all. Just I'm just kind of exploring this idea. Possibly with the 5, but anyway, like what we see is we start getting in lower lows, lower highs, right? And now another lower low. So we've had a change in market structure again. So we had so from here, so higher low, higher high, higher low, change in market structure, higher high and high, or higher high, right? So this is all bullish. This is like a bullish trend, obviously, right? Loco Scotch, what's up, buddy? And then now we see kind of the opposite, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. So now we've changed back down to a downward trend. So easy to spot, but we want to talk about it because it's important to have definitions. So we didn't quite have this yesterday. So I'm looking at this on logs. So if you're like, why does it look so different, right? So I think that this would be a good area to potentially find support at and then move back up. Could we hit this bottom line? Could we take out the low? Absolutely. All is possible. This is what I want to kind of show though. I think what I was looking at yesterday, so this is now, we're not on log. This is standard. And I saw that we had resistance, we had support, we broke below it, we got support, right? Support and support again. How much support can a line give you? Eventually it's gonna give, right? And oops, and we're not really breaking above it. Like we break above it and we come back down. Break above it, come back down. Break above it, come back down. Right? So that's that to me, when I saw this yesterday, we were about, I'm sorry, it keeps zooming in. We were roughly here, and I said, I think we're going down. Like it seems very weak, but the thing is Gwei was really low. That it, it's like, why go down more? So I'm trying to get this this understanding of like, all right, what is the market really thinking? So I thought, all right, it's probably more likely that we try to push up. I was thinking that. I was thinking, we got support here, we came up here, we got a wick, we're coming up. So it's probably more likely that we try to push up. But it looked really, really weak to me. Anyway, I see a couple people here. We got Goddard, Creepypasta, Local Scott, Mr. Lucenary 69. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Hope that you're doing well. Sorry for missing yesterday. We're building and innovating, and there's just a lot going on. And I just had to miss yesterday. But yeah, what we're seeing live really looks like we're losing this support, does it not? Looks like we're moving lower. We definitely have a change in market structure. So a lower low, lower high, and then another lower low. Those are 3 points. That tells me that we're going lower. How much lower? I don't know. We could points of support could be here. We got to go through and map our levels again. I actually deleted everything accidentally. So potential support here. Potential support here, right? But I think that what I'm really looking at here, the reason why I have it at like 1860 is because the point of control for this guy. So let's draw this point of control out. We come down here. So trading view, you come all the way down. We go to forecasting. Is that what this is called? Hold on, let me see. Predictions and measurement tools. And then we go to fixed range volume profile. And we're going to click from this candle to this candle, and we get this red line, right? More or less, this is the point of control. This is sitting at 1905. I got an ExoCharts point of control, and I believe it put it at like 1865. So maybe I'd want to bump this up just a hair, right? Like 1885. So maybe something like that, where we could find it, find support. But what does that mean? Let's back out. Let's go to the hour, or let's go to the daily. And let's change this where this is actually meeting the bottom here. Okay. All right, does that not change things quite a bit? Let's zoom back in for the day or for the hourly. Oh boy. Oh boy. So this rejection, rejection, rejection. That's interesting. Isn't it weird how just changing that can change everything? So yeah, I mean we're getting rejected, 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 rejected. So that, I mean, I don't think it would be a bad idea to think that we might find support down here and then come back up. This can't hold forever. Just like we have with support on the log, right? We have resistance here. So I think what we would see is probably get some power from this point of control and move back up, right? And then move back up, come back, do a test, and then we find support and we move back up. And I've got a range right about 2300 that I think we could hit. So this is probably what I think would happen. This makes sense. However, let's back up a little bit and look at what we've done. Let's look at what we've done. This was violent, right? And we got rejected off the top here, right? Could we go to the bottom? What happens if we go to the bottom of this range? We're looking at 1,000. 1,000. We're at 2,000. That's a 50% drop. Okay. Can it happen? 100%. 100%. Right? It absolutely can happen. Is it likely that we see that this center line gives us enough rejection that we drop another 50% right now? I don't think that's likely. I don't think that that is the most likely outcome, right? I think that we downtrend a little bit, maybe take out this low, right? Which was still a lot, right? But like, I mean, it's still down a lot. But from where we're currently at, 50%, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't think that's very likely. But let's pull out to the daily and also look. Here's where we're at. All right, let's get rid of this line. Here's where we're at. Big downtrend. Big downtrend since November, December, right? December. So we've been here for a while. I don't know if you like free falling, but this is a big free fall. No, I think we find support here. And I think it kind of matches with what we've been talking about as far as the end of the bear run or like the downtrend. Okay, it's likely that what we start to see is, let's see, let's put some lines here, is something where we first have to conquer kind of this trend line, right? Matter of fact, I don't want to put that in a trend line. I want to put that in a, I think this is going to be helpful. Let's put this in a parallel channel. Okay, so let's zoom in and you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. Because parallel channels are really important and you don't want to delete your previous channels because oftentimes they come into play. So let's go here and then we'll put that there. Okay, so how could this play a factor? I mean, it played a factor in that we got resistance here, right? But eventually we break through here. I don't know. Anyways, maybe that's, let's hide that. Let's hide that. Wasn't as cool as I thought. Wasn't as cool of a thought. Trend line from the top to right here. This is what I think we need to conquer first. And I hope it looks something like this. Kind of what we were talking about. Maybe we come down here, we hit but we find support, we build support, and then we come up, and we probably get rejected from this line. And maybe we come down and then we come back up, right? We find support, right? And then maybe we move back up. So anyway, long story short, I think we play these games for a little bit. Maybe we come back up. We hit 20, 26, right? Something like that. 28's kind of been a level I've had my eye on. So is it possible that we kind of break up and then consolidate, and then break back down? Certainly, I think so. But in the big picture, I think it's about November, December. Let me do this. Somewhere in this range here that we start to change this, and we start to, doesn't even have to necessarily be this low. It definitely could be, right? 1300 is the level that I've got marked out. Why? Because of this over here. We had a monthly level. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me go to the month. It's very clear on Bitcoin too. Well, can't tell you. Can't tell you. I think it was like this level. What is that level? Maybe it wasn't a monthly level, but I'm curious. I gotta go through and add all my levels in. I'm like a mess since I deleted it. It's like, Mom, I don't know anything. This is a good level. Let's go to weeks. Maybe it was a weekly level. Yeah, something right about here. And the thing is that when you scale it to Bitcoin, it's the same thing. It's about this level. So it makes sense that we could potentially go down here. I don't think that we're going to be going to 700. I don't think that we're necessarily going to be going to 12. We absolutely could. We're going to be close enough. But I think it's going to be more so we might hit this level, this range. That looks really bad. This looks really bad. And then find support. So basically, here's my thought. We move sideways and down until we move flat, and then we move up, right? And I would expect that somewhere around November and December of the end of 2023, that's where we put in all-time highs. I know it actually would be higher than that. And we continue on another move up. Somewhere around there is what I'm going to be looking at. So something like that, I think, is the ultimate kind of goal, and you know, what could be happening. But we're going to start to flatten out, in my opinion. We put in that Fibonacci time. Let me show you this, because this was really cool. We talked about Fibonacci time, right? I think I've got this here. Trend-based Fibonacci time. What the heck? That's not it. There's got to be another one. That's not it. This one. Well, that's not it either. I'll draw it. I'll redraw it. We take this and look at how well it caught this. Boom. Oops. Boom. Yeah, this is on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Let's go on the 3 days. It caught it like perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Why did it look better yesterday? You guys were here yesterday. What's happening here? Son of a gun. When we were looking at this yesterday, it was literally right in the middle. Like, this wick was right in the middle. And all of a sudden I get here, and it doesn't want to work for me. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, because you guys were here yesterday and you saw this, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. Anyway, the point is we had a Fibonacci time. We got the low here. I think that this is the low for a little while. For a little while. I think, like I said, it's probably more likely that we move up, we find some support, you know, on the, and we test some trend lines, and then we probably get rejected, and then maybe we take that out, right? But if we do a Fibonacci timeline from here to here, June, the June, right, I think is where we are probably going to start to, so it's possible here. There's two things. We come up here, and this is where we find resistance, and then we come back down, okay? Or we start to flatten out in June, right? Come around here, and we start to flatten out, and then in July. So yesterday I took a pic of Rex for ETH. It showed this. I'll share in Telegram. Yeah, join the Telegram so you can see. But there was a good amount of Rex. All right, let's go here. ETH USD, IBIT, perpetual. This is what we're charting, by the way. So yeah, long story short, it's more of the same. More of the same. Let's see. I'm looking at what Goddard just posted. Liquidations. Yeah. Longs. Liquidated. A lot of shorts actually liquidated too. But there's a lot. Yeah. So in total, $2.9 million liquidated. The exchange thanks you. They're grateful for that. That's $2.9 million of stupid money. All right. So here we are. I guess that's that. Trying to understand where we're going from here is the key play. And I'm sorry if I seem like I'm a little distracted because I'm really focused on CryptoList and with what's going on, and there's a lot of cool things. So I apologize, but in the immediate future, this level and this level, these are my two, the red and the green box, and we start testing levels. We start moving up, right? I think that if you asked anybody, do you think it's more likely that we move up to test 2300 or we move down to test the bottom of this channel at 1000? I don't think it's time to test that. Could it be? For sure. Like I said, I've got this level about 1400, 1300 for Ethereum. Could we just go straight down to it? Sure, why not? We definitely can. I don't think that that's the most likely scenario. I think that we likely get some support here. Now, if we come back down and we just kind of come like this and we start to put in like a wedge or a pennant shape, okay? When we talk about shapes of things, let's get into pattern, like patterns. Then I would be quite concerned that we would be moving lower. And I guess I don't want to say concerned because it's all just opportunities. But yeah, let's say that we start doing something like that. And yeah, what this would mean, oftentimes when you have a shape like this, so a wedge, right? Whatever the drop down is, well, there's a couple ways to measure it. You can measure it off of the flag, like the post, okay? Some people measure the wedge itself. The wedge is right here is actually a little, well, they're about the same, maybe a little bit longer. Either way, so roughly 20%. So from the breakdown, you go maybe 20%, right? So could we break down? This is what it would look like. We would kind of come down and come up and come down and consolidate, and then break, and then come down to about there. Sure. Do we then test and test and test? And do we wick back down and hit that? Sure. Why not? Right? This would be more or less what I would be looking for if we broke down. And then we're going to find support somewhere and move up. So that definitely could happen. This could be like a, this is June, right? We have a timeline here. So maybe this is what we get in June, but I still think that that's not very likely. I think what we have is actually just a change in market structure, and we come up, we test this, and we come up, we test this, right? And maybe we come back down and test this, right? And then come back down. Who knows? Who knows? But it's going to be more sideways and more down, in my opinion, until probably November. November, we're going to break this trend line. We've got some very important timelines here. And this is where I think we start to really build support and move up. Goddard says, man, the fear is real right now. So ETH and BTC are down 5%-ish, but bottom tokens are down double. Oh, sorry, but top tokens are down double. What's the fear percentage? Weird. It's better 12%. So fear is high, but I mean, the fear is going to slowly change. Support is going to slowly change because I don't know about you. Are you fearful buying Ethereum under 2,000? Would you be fearful buying Ethereum at 1,400, buying Ethereum at 1,000? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'd be very, very excited about this. And we see massive pullbacks. When we enter into sideways consolidation, bear trend, whatever you want to call it, boring periods, we see from the highs down 80-90%, right? Let's see, let's squish this down. So we see 80-90%. Are we going to 300 bucks? I don't think so. I don't think let's see, hold on. We're not quite there yet. Let's go right there. Why is it not working? This is what I got to do. Okay, from the high, 80% is like $1,000 bucks, 950. That just doesn't seem like that's the likely scenario. I just breaking 1,000 doesn't seem very likely. It's definitely possible, right? I think this, where we go down 70% from the high, we hit 1,400. I think that that's really, really possible. But I think eventually this support and this turns into support, right? And as we go along, we find it, and eventually this turns into support. And then we move up. So I think it's boring. I think it's downwards. I think there's great opportunities, but not necessarily right now. As far as trades to take right now, I've got to probably step back and look at, see if there's, how cool would it be to get like a really, well, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to do this triangle pattern, wedge, pennant, whatever. But you could. By the way, the difference between a wedge and a pennant is you have like a wedge is a flat bottom with an angle, right? Like an acute triangle, and then that's a pennant. Sorry, that's a pennant. And a wedge. No. Sorry, I got it backwards. That I'm confusing everybody. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in and let me draw it. Damn it. Here we go. Okay. So son of a bitch. You have, that's stupid. What? It was, I just want it to work. Didn't we just have it? What in the hell? Okay, dude, I'm on a mission now. What? Anyway, that works. Okay, that is a pennant. Okay, it's you get lower highs and you get higher lows. Okay, they come to a point. It's symmetrical. It's a triangle, right? It works. It's good. So this is a pennant, pendant, and a wedge is where there's like a disjointed or like a flat bottom. Yeah, yeah. So it would be something like this, where it's like a flat bottom. What in the fuck is that, guys? This is not working for me. This is not. I'm sorry, guys. For this reason, I'm out. Just kidding. All right. So we see that. Let's say that this is what we were looking at. So it would be comes up higher, keeps that same bottom line. Comes up higher, but it's a lower high, keeps that same bottom line. Okay. This right here is a wedge. And son of a gun. This right here would be a pendant. Where it's lower highs, higher lows, lower highs, higher lows, right? That's where it is. And typically these patterns mean it's a pattern continuation. So meaning if we were to get this pattern here, the pattern is so it's a trend continuation. So the trend is downwards. So if we were to actually get this here, then we would expect it would be more likely that we would continue the trend that we were in downwards. So if you're coming up into it, then you would expect it to break up. Okay. If you're coming down into it, you would expect it to break down. Both of these. This is true for both of these. So that's how you would uh, how you trade it and expect it. So of course, it's all situation dependence. You have to really put it into context, see the environment, see what's happening. Doesn't necessarily mean take long or take a short. Hopefully you're in it beforehand, but it's okay. It might turn into a range, in which case you can trade the range. That's kind of what I'm hoping here, hoping happens here, that we essentially just get a big, long, boring range until November. Why? Because ranges are easy to trade. There's a lot of money in them. and yeah, it'd be great. So if we could get a range that's somewhere between like 1400 and 2800 or 2600, something like that, that would be awesome, right? That would be a lot of money. And it's just basically you buy the lows, you sell the highs and short the highs, and you can just trade this, right? And eventually we break out and we move out. Something like that would be fantastic. That's what I think we have here. We'll see. We will see. So let's read some of the comments. Okay, so fear was at 12%. Or sorry, fear is better at 12% now, so it's up. It was 8 or 9%. So at the moment, it is scary as fuck, to be precise. Yeah, it's just, it's not like, this isn't a level that I'm trading yet. I want to see where things are going. I'm in my trades already, and I'm good with what I have. But I'm waiting to see what happens. It's weird that we're not getting that much support out of here, considering that this is a very big level and we're just like hanging out, right? This came down almost like with pinpoint precision on the bottom of our of our Fibonacci retracement. It was just beautiful. Anyway, so let's keep going. So Goddard says, hell no, I'd buy that all day. Yeah, talking about like Ethereum at 1400 or 1000. Yeah, Mr. Lucenary said he would be excited. Same. If we got to go to 300, I will cash out half of my 401k and invest in ETH. At 300, we're going to be entering we're going to be entering into selling houses for ETH scenarios. Agreed. And I would be right there with you. And I think that's why it's not going to happen, right? That's why it's not going to happen. People really would be taking out a second mortgage and taking out home equity loans and whatever, and just putting it all on ETH, putting it all on Bitcoin, and just saying, cool, we're good to go. See what happens. Yeah, very very real possibility. That's the area. Yeah, you get $300 Ethereum. That's the area where maybe I say, risk management. Maybe I do want to do a 50x, a 50x leverage trade. Just kidding. I probably still wouldn't. But no, the fear would be, I don't know. It wouldn't be there for me. It would be boring. It would be boring, right? So I've kind of rambled for a bit, guys. I appreciate coming in here. It's fun hanging out. I like reading the comments. Hopefully, you can kind of see and understand what it is that I'm going for, which I think eventually is to move up. We might wick down to 1400, maybe, but I think it's I think for the most part, we can keep this line. We can keep this line fairly straight, right? Kind of this 1700, 2000. Maybe we get above 2000 to 2500. Maybe we go below 1700 to 15, 16, 1400. It's all possible, but I think it's most likely that we just turn into a big, long, like months long sideways range, boring sideways range, which is great for micro caps and is great for opportunities for buying Ethereum. So that's that's what it is. When we come back up here and we figure out what the hell we're doing, if we get to this resistance, we'll work out taking a short together. As of right now, there's not a trade from. We're in like a take profit area, right? If you're in a short here, this is a take profit area. If you're in a long here, you're kind of figuring out what you're doing and where it might be going. Taking out a long here, or maybe in this red box, maybe in the red box works. Again, not financial advice. I'm just saying, like, kind of speaking for myself. I would probably see how the reaction is here, and I might take it along in this area around 1800, 1850. Again, not financial advice, it's just whatever. But for me, it's also a little too early, because if we are in this situation here, right, then I don't necessarily have to, so we might come back down lower and come up, and then it could be here, and I could say, okay, did I really want to buy that long? Not really. It's too tight, it's too whatever. So I'm probably not taking that trade either, right? Because it's a good chance that this turns into a pennant shape, and if that's the case, then we're probably heading back down, or yeah, I'm not really going to have a chance to get out in too much profit. So I don't really like this as a trade level. This wick was a good level to buy because of Fibonacci retracement, horizontal lines of support, points of control for like a 2-year period of time. So there's a lot of reasons to think that this wick was a good place to buy. Buying here in this red box could be, because obviously we have the 618 in this box. I'm sure, I haven't measured it, but I'm sure that that's the case. We'll just do a quick little measurement. So we'll take it from here. and put it there. So yeah, we have that golden channel in there. So do we come down here and then move back up and find some support and then move back up and hit here? Yes, I think that's most likely what's going to happen. But 20, I don't know. Should we put it into the calculator? Let's put it into the trade calculator and see if this is a trade we should take. Let's do it, right? Because we're supposed to take trades. That's what we're doing here. All right. I don't think you can see. Sorry, I'm just like logging into my email. Shit, not working. Hold on. Hold on here. I want to pull up the trading partner. Oh my gosh. This is why you guys are here, you know? So you can watch me struggle as I try to log into my email, into my Google Drive. What the heck? Bro, do you look at the average running BTC week? I'll send it to your Telegram. So I like to look at BTC because BTC, I think the technical analysis works even better on BTC, and it all translates to Ethereum and the whole market. So I do look at BTC, but more so as like I don't look at it daily. I look at it every week or two to kind of get some key levels, and then I look at Ethereum mostly just because what I'm trading and what I'm involved in with our own token is Ethereum, right? So trading partner. All right. I think we're here. So let me switch this over. But yes, please share that with me. Let's do our screen share. Trading partner. Boom. So here's where we're at. So now we're going to switch this over. We're going to go to a long position. Let's cancel these out. We were doing something with Bitcoin earlier, or I think a couple days ago. So anyways, we're going to say that we have an account of $1,000. We're doing a risk tolerance of 1%. So going back and forth, you know it's going to be great. Let's just share the whole screen, the whole window. Okay, so now you can see where we go. So here we go. Let's put these in. Okay, let's put these babies in. What are we looking at? We're looking at buying at, let's say 1900. Yeah, so let's put 1900 here. Let's say, what was the other one? 1881, 1881, and then 1853. Sure, let's do 1856. Okay, there we go. We click these, it'll tell, oh, and our stop loss. Let's have our stop loss at 1648. Okay, just throwing things together. I have a stop loss gap, 14%. It says we can put on $71 and 34 cents. So $71.34 divided by 3 positions. We're going to do it equally, so that's $23. Let's do 23.75, and we're just going to carry that down for all of these. Okay, where are we taking profit at? We're taking profit. First take profit would be at this high, so 2161. So 2161, and then we would close out the trade probably at 23.40, something like that. Let's say 23.40. Okay. Does that work? We take 10% there. We take 100% there. Does that work? It does not work. Doesn't work, right? We're at 2.88%. Or sorry, 2.88 as far as our risk to reward. And we can't really compromise on that, right? And the thing that we don't want to do is go back and say, okay, well, what if I bought in here, or what if I bought in here? No, we want to do the TA. We want to see what it gives us, and then we want to take the trade. If we put it in, it's like, yeah, I want to buy this level. I want to buy this level. I want my stop loss here. I want my take profit here. Like, this is the trade. This is the setup, right? We plug it in, and it tells us if we're green or not, and we're not green. So this is not a trade that I would take. I'm gonna cancel this out. It's done. And yeah, that's it for me. So I think that this is potentially a good opportunity. Well, how can I say that? It's not. I mean, not for me. So yeah, I think that depending on where we go, good luck if you are trading it. But yeah, this is probably the most likely scenario that I see. We move down, we hit some support, we hit that point of control, and then we move up, and we go. So and then who knows where we go from here? Maybe back down, probably consolidate. Like I said, probably sideways, and we might get into a big pattern. What I would absolutely love to see is maybe like this, and we come back and we find support, and then we come out and we try and test those, like test this top band. But as of right now, that's not very likely to happen. Could. It could. I guess the question is this. If this is your trade, that's not good enough. But if your trade is going for here, this top band, it could, right? So do you think we hit 2,650 before we hit 1,648? Fuck. That's a good question. That's a good question. So that's something that people have to make a decision for themselves. I'm not going to say if I'm taking that trade or not. I've got to go through and kind of look and see where I'm at. Because you know we need at least 3 out of 10 to have profit, you know, to remain profitable. And so it's one of those things that's like, can you risk the L? Do you want to risk the L? Right? Because that's a gamble. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible to hit 1,600, right? And obviously, if we were taking profit, like let's say we change this to 23.40 and this to 2,600, obviously that's going to work. What the heck? What did I do? Something's off. Oh, what the heck? Yeah. I got messed up. Okay. 20. There's one. And we did 2,600. Obviously, that's going to work. That's a good trade. But the risk. So it's a 50%. Oh, no. It's about a 40% move. You got to work that out for yourself. All right, Goddard. Appreciate it. Coffee and Crypt. Appreciate you. Loco Scotch. Thank you, Mr. Lucenary. Creepy Pasta. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you being here and watching this. You know, we just kind of worked it out. sorry there wasn't much of a lesson today. I will get back to, starting tomorrow, I'll get back to the binder. I'll get back to the book that we have set out, and we'll actually go through and learn a specific lesson instead of just charting this out. So I just, I've been a little distracted with, things going on with CryptoList. If you're new to this, if you haven't seen CryptoList before, go to CryptoList, that's LYST.com, and check out our platform, check out what we're building, and join our communities. There's great people, supportive communities, and no better time than the present to get involved, especially with Ethereum this low, with the opportunities that you're able to take on. Yeah, it's a great time. So appreciate everybody, appreciate all that's being done in the communities, and yeah, much love to everybody. So take care, and we'll have we'll have a good meeting, a good broadcast tomorrow morning. See you later. Yeah, I love you too, Goddard. Thanks.